What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the top of the map in the red color, playing as Zeus. His name is Kimo. His opponent today in the blue color. Playing as Poseidon. His name is Matreiuss. The map is Mediterranean, and man, this week's been fantastic. Start the stream, do a series, play some games has been the method, and it's been fun times watching all these games, and having a good old yarn while it goes on. Matreiuss on the Mediterranean. What a Greek mirror here on the Mediterranean. It's funny because normally these Mediterranean games they tend to go in the way that you would expect them to go. So, for example, Norse versus Greek, you expect the Greek player to have all the advantages in the classical age on the water. Atlantean versus Egyptian, you expect the Atlantean player to try and get a lot of pressure going on with the boats, and the Egyptian player to play really defensively, you know. But in the Greek versus Greek sort of Mediterranean thing here, this is it's one of the obviously the more interesting Mediterranean matches because it shouldn't be an instant loss for either player on the water. So it's all going to come down to the micro. It's all going to come down to the macro as well, making sure your houses are coming down at the right points, and that your economy is being managed correctly here. We do notice that Matreiuss having a slight issue there with the villager production, but like Kimo is actually one unit. One short here. Matreiuss is able to pump out the units just a little bit faster here because his Poseidon doesn't have to throw down that granary there. Possibly just a small build order issue with Matreiuss. Maybe he did it on purpose. I think had he trained the fishing ship slightly later, got the villager out first, maybe it would have been fine. But I don't think it's going to impact too much. You can already see that Matreiuss has got 6 fishing ships to Kimo's 4 fishing ships, and that's just the advantage that Poseidon has. And Greek gets that advantage back. Oh, sorry, Zeus gets that advantage back with the bolt onto a trireme and then also restoration. So Matreiuss is probably going to have to go Ares here, or maybe he can go ceasefire. He can go Hermes and ceasefire after the Athena, after the restoration hits. We'll see. The temple's coming down now for Matreiuss, and obviously the most interesting thing to note here for Kimo is that recently Kimo's been trying to play a lot of the Greek gods. He's been playing a lot of Hades recently, and now he's trying out the Zeus. He's trying to expand his god pool away from the Ra Uranus sort of stuff, and I think that's pretty admirable by Kimo to attempt to get to that level where he can play every single god at the top level. I mean, obviously Kimo would be able to play the vast majority of gods at the top level, but it's nice to see him putting the effort in. Unfortunately for Kimo here, his pigs actually killing them like this means he doesn't have enough surface area to gather from them, and he's actually going to be in a bit of an issue here. So he might have to. Well, he's got a boar here, so eating the boar is totally fine. How much food is left in that boar there? It's got 130 food. Totally fine to be eating that one and finishing up. In fact, probably close to faster to eating that ball there than eating the pigs. But the advanced time comes through 3:45 for Kimo. Matreiuss, on the other hand, is very fast here. Kimo significantly far behind by at least 40%, and it is the Hermes is the god of choice for Matreiuss. So not taking any risks with any Ares, just going for the standard Hermes. It's going to come in important when you win the water and you're going for the town center boom, or if you lose the water, you can delay it just a little bit. So we do see triremes coming out straight away. Centaur hits the Catastropus before moving up into Kimo's base. The Centaur does get a lot of priority in the early game, though if Odysseus gets built, it doesn't do too much. Or if it gets bolted, I guess. But generally speaking, yes, there's the bolt onto the trireme, putting Matreiuss down to 3 boat advantage, and Kimo's going to catch up to 2. Going to be able to play defensively underneath his docks for a little while before hopefully getting his fish back. But unfortunately, his docks are a little bit poorly placed here. This dock should probably be here. This dock should probably be here. And then there should probably be another dock over here. It is a little bit unfortunate for Kimo that his fish have spawned so far from the shore here. That's totally fine. Matreiuss slightly supply blocked at this point. Kimo slightly behind on the population as well, but no problems just yet. Matreiuss with 6 triremes to Kimo's 4, so Kimo shouldn't be attempting to engage just yet. You can sort of fight with 5 triremes against the 6 underneath the dock file. Matreiuss is going to be attempting to stay outside of it. It's only got 18 range. So that's important. We just see the triremes, nice focus fire from Kimo. You can see all of his boats, not all of them, but a couple of his boats starting to get half HP. This is exactly what you want to do. You don't want to lose any, but you want to sort of half HP all of them and then restoration them back up to full HP, getting as much HP trades as you possibly can with the restoration. And I do expect to see a restoration very, very shortly here for Kimo. And there it is. And these boats should come back up to basically full HP here under that restoration. And most of them do. So now we've got a 10 trireme to 9 trireme for Kimo. But most of these Matreiuss trireme are half HP as opposed to Kimo's, which are all full HP. So Kimo can actually kind of win the water here if he micros it well. Nice micro from Matreiuss to keep that trireme alive. We do see the Centaur coming in, going to be hitting the villagers of Kimo. Nice play from Matreiuss to do that while he's on the defensive here. It's going to force Kimo to sort of sit back and have to react to that. But it looks like he's kind of not reacting to it at all. Instead, just fully focusing onto the trireme here. We see a villager just about to get picked off. One villager turns around and starts fighting the centaurs. This is not what you want to be doing. We don't see any Jason or anything else coming in. The Minotaur coming over now to hit this. That's 2 villager kills there for Matreiuss. Absolutely huge. Meanwhile, the trireme trying to move in. Matreiuss not paying attention. He almost loses a trireme. Gets 3/4 HP on that one there. So nice a little fight there from Kimo. Kimo could probably get a little bit more aggressive with his trireme if he wants to. We do see that the centaur just about to fall to the Minotaur, but not before getting the 3rd villager picked there. That is so good for Matreiuss, and Kimo's got to be hating himself for losing 3 villagers to 1 centaur there and 1 free centaur to boot. So he's going to be sending that Minotaur in to try and get some value inside of Matreiuss' base. I'm sure that Matreiuss will be building his own Theseus at this point, though. Nice micro from Matreiuss, though. Kimo pulling back a lot of boats here. It's not how you want to do these fights at all. I see a lot of players miss micro on the water by grabbing 3 or 4 or 5 in that situation trireme to try and pull back the enemy trireme. It works if your opponent's not very good at macroing, but as soon as it gets to this top level, that's not something you want to be doing because you lose out on so much DPS. Instead, you want to pull back just the ships that are getting attacked and maybe the ships which are blocking the path of that ship's retreat path. And there's the Minotaur coming in, but we do not see the Theseus. Oh, there's the Theseus. Get that Theseus over here, but Kimo's going to walk straight in here. Going to probably get a villager pick-off or 2. Unfortunately for the Minotaur, he doesn't get to use his special ability on the villagers, which, I mean, is a bit of a question mark when you think about it, seeing as the Centaur can use their special ability on a villager, but the Minotaur can't. I guess that's sort of a buff in a way, because if the villager runs, it does no damage. Kimo's still trying to push in here with his trireme. Matreiuss happily just retreating, but Kimo's just sort of somehow super far in front of Matreiuss. Kimo at 98 population, Matreiuss at 93. This is just coming down to some poor villager positioning here on this wood line. If we check out Matreiuss' wood line, he's rebuilt the storehouse over here. He's probably rebuild this storehouse as well. And this is what I'm talking about the macro, the small macro things on Mediterranean do matter quite a bit. And in fact, they matter on any map with the storehouses, but rebuilding your storehouses, as we see, is exactly what Kimo's doing here. Nets you so much extra wood. Yes, you lose out on a small amount of wood. Let's say the storehouse takes 14 seconds, so you're losing out on 14 wood-ish, maybe a little bit more because you have hand axe. 14 wood, you lose out on that. But straight away, the villagers that are jumping back and forth will get that wood back, and then the 50 wood is paid back plus more very, very quickly. So the investment is definitely worthwhile. And there we go. We're seeing Matreiuss finally do the same thing over here with those villagers. And we're up to full supply here. 24 trireme for Matreiuss to Kimo's 27. So a big, big advantage for Kimo, but a lot of low HP trireme here. And if Matreiuss can notice that, he should be able to focus them down. I mean, Matreiuss also has a lot of low HP trireme as well. So we'll see if Matreiuss can do it or not. He needs to sort of, both players need to be targeting those low HP ones as best that they possibly can. Now Kimo's retreating back to his docks here. He's getting his second town center. Matreiuss not getting his town center just yet as the trireme are duking it out here. At this point, it's kind of fine to lose the water. So we'll see who can win this one in the end. We do see 22 trireme to 19 trireme. So it looks like Matreiuss slightly in front here, but 2 docks or 1 dock is helping out a little bit here on this fight, but still so many low HP triremes. Look, nice micro there from Kimo. Matreiuss 15 trireme to 13 trireme. So the numbers going down fairly evenly here for both players. So it doesn't look like either player is going to come out in front on the water here. But Matreiuss doesn't have a second town center coming up, and Kimo's on 2 town centers now. So this is huge for Kimo. He's going to be able to start recouping those early villager losses and getting in front, and also going to be able to go further in front on the population because he's got 130 population now to play with. Matreiuss still trying to push in here. Kimo losing a couple more trireme here. 20 or 13 here to 10 trireme. Still an advantage for Matreiuss as he's trying to push it here in order to just win the water. Do we see this second town center going up? No. It's not going up just yet. Very surprising for Matreiuss. Generally speaking, when we ever see Matreiuss get behind on town centers, he'll try and grab 3 town centers. So he may try and do so soon, like cut trireme for like 15 seconds or something, or 30 seconds, and get 3 town centers in order to catch up on the lost economy. Maybe Kimo will have to continue building his trireme or something. We'll see what happens here. Going after the fishing ships. Matreiuss not able to pick off any of them, but gets some good damage done. Now Kimo still able to do more damage onto Matreiuss. He's only got 16 of these triremes now, and Kimo's overtaken him. He's on 18 triremes. Matreiuss at 101 population now. That town center get thrown down? Or he's trying to. Still pumping the trireme out. Apollo just sitting idly by on that gold mine. Nice concave for Matreiuss though. Nice pullback on these 2 trireme over here, pulling these 6 trireme back from Kimo. Nice play from Matreiuss so far, but the number advantage for Kimo is so ridiculously high right now, and Matreiuss is still building these trireme, and he just shouldn't be. It's 12 minutes into the game. You can give up the water when your opponent's going this hard and then get that advantage by getting the 3 town centers first. You have this many villages, this many pigs as well. He's not going to have to start farming for ages here. And we think we finally see the trireme stop building from the docks here for Matreiuss as he's going to start getting his town centers. There's 1 town center, and that's going to kind of give it away to Kimo that this water is 1 for him. So do we see more? No, we don't. We don't see any more triremes, but we do see a couple of fishing ships getting built here for Kimo. Does he have Persine? He does have Persine here as well. 3rd town center should get shot up as well for Kimo and for Matreiuss fairly soon. We've got the forward wall coming up for Matreiuss now. This game is nowhere near over at this point, I don't think. As the unit's moving forward, unfortunately for Matreiuss, there's a really safe gold mine here for Kimo in between his home town center and his second town center. Though, this wall that's going up, if you can get it up before the town center's up, it may be able to stop this gold mine from being grabbed for quite some time here, especially if you build some buildings behind it. There's the military academy, archery ranges coming down here for Kimo. Another town center up for Matreiuss as well. So it's going to be 3 town centers apiece. But Kimo's going to have that slight economic edge here. Generally speaking, at this point in the game, though, it's not enough to win the game. But it does put you in front for just a little bit. So we'll see how he goes. The village is retreating into the town center now. And Kimo's going to attempt to finish off these docks here. Matreiuss could decide to fight back on the water now if he wants to. There's no town centers that are in range of a water fire. If this one is, it will be very, 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 very close to not being in range of the water. And there's Kimo's 3rd town center. Matreiuss is just about to finish here. Toxotes looking to get some snipes here, forcing Kimo to build the units into his military academies. You've got more archery ranges coming up for Matreiuss, which I love. I love the idea of trying to skip to late game Greek comps on Mediterranean early. So the Toxotes obviously would gather the fastest. You're going to be able to catch up on tech by spamming just the Toxotes. Your opponent's going to make hoplite, and you just need to stay behind walls and make sure that he can't get on top of your army or anything like that. That's the key. There's no ceasefire left either for Matreiuss, so he's got to be careful. I imagine Kimo's going to be going to the next age fairly soon. He's pumping out units though. Lots of farms coming down for Kimo as well, as Matreiuss has got all of the pigs basically. Nice fight here for Matreiuss as heavy or medium Toxotes comes in, but he is in range of the town center. And once the hoplites get on top of these Toxotes, even though they are technically counters to the hoplites, once they're on top of them, they will win the fights. We are seeing that Matreiuss is deciding to fight this though. I mean, the Theseus is tanking, which is really important because now the DPS comes through for the Toxotes. A little bit of a miss micro from Kimo. Should not go for the Theseus. Instead, try and take the Toxotes down first. You're going to take less damage overall and trade a little bit better there. So that's a really big win there for Matreiuss. Matreiuss is pumping the villagers out. Needs to... nice raid here for Matreiuss, but he's going to get sort of... I don't know what the word is. Surrounded, I guess, by the villagers. And he's out of position very much, so he's going to try and orb-hawk the Toxotes. They don't quite work like that. Nice micro from Matreiuss as he's pretending like he's playing Age of Empires 2 here. Toxotes falling in the back. He could just sacrifice these Toxotes for the villagers. That would be the smart move here, and that's exactly what Matreiuss is going to be doing. And these Toxotes are going to be replaced incredibly quickly as well. So this is not a good fight here for Kimo at all, I don't think. Matreiuss moving forward here with more Toxotes into the front. More villagers getting picked off here. This is going very, very well for Matreiuss here. Do we see Aphrodite for Matreiuss? We do. Kimo, on the other hand, still not advanced. And this is what I'm talking about. Making Toxotes. Not making hoplites. Incredibly smart. And now the Toxotes going for another raid. I don't think that Matreiuss needs to do this at this point, but he doesn't realize that he isn't this far behind. Nice snipes here. He doesn't need to go for this gold mine just yet. Just keep on sniping units. You've got the DPS. You've got more units here. More Toxotes. You're going to win this really, really easily. Meanwhile, Matreiuss is still able to gather fish on his side as well. So he's not even that far behind on the economy. Now the Toxotes ball is out for Kimo. You can no longer keep doing this fight. So you can retreat. And Kimo should be able to head to the next stage fairly soon. There's Aphrodite, though, for Matreiuss. Do we see an instant curse here? We do see the instant curse picking off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units here, looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 units. That's a crazy, crazy curse, but Kimo's economy is strong enough to keep building here. Nice Hippocon raids up the top here. This wall was not finished, so this gold mine is open, but Matreiuss should throw down a fortress here, like right now, and then build buildings around it. That would be the ideal thing to do. Matreiuss throwing up the market. I wouldn't be surprised if Matreiuss goes for Artemis here in an attempt to prevent this town center from being held, but I think the correct play would probably be Hephaestus. Just to go for all of that, just to make sure that the economy is even. He's going Artemis though, but just to make sure the economy is even by getting all of those very, very cheap armory upgrades. because Matreiuss has traded so well, he's just so far in front of the tech right now. And Kimo still hasn't even clicked advance for heroic gauge, so we're probably going to see Matreiuss hit mythic age before Kimo gets to the heroic age, which is huge. And this earthquake, there's been no masons or architects getting grabs. This earthquake's actually going to get super value over here, and he's going to be able to push off of this gold mine. We do have the fortress coming up over here for Matreiuss as well. This is really, really smart play by Matreiuss. He's going to be able to push off this gold mine with the earthquake. I take it all back. Artemis is 100% the correct play here, as it is basically game over for Kimo if this earthquake is clicked correctly, with the help of this Nemean lion as well to tank damage. And I imagine Matreiuss has got a bunch of villagers on favor ready to start building more Chimera in order to help with Toxotes Ball. Now Matreiuss is deciding to make a retreat here. Has he got Bowsaw? He's got Carpenters already, so his wood income is ginormous. Or gigantic, whatever the word is. Having to retreat now because there's a Minotaur here. A couple of too many units maybe up on this side, I'm not sure. But this gold mine is now completely controlled by Matreiuss here. There's the Politer coming in to pick off the Minotaur. Nice play for Matreiuss to retreat away from that. There's the Mythic Age through Artemis. What is Kimo doing? Kimo is going through Apollo. He's 30% the way there. He's got a lot of resources in the bank. His economic upgrades are fairly decent, but only plow, only shaft mine, no bowsaw. 2 Minotaur out right here for Kimo. Do we see for Matreiuss any sort of Atlanta? No Atlanta here for Matreiuss. The Minotaur's just about to get picked off. Nice micro to dodge the special abilities there. The other Minotaur, 38 HP. Apollo getting pulled back. Nice snipe there from Matreiuss. Still no earthquake down into this position. Obviously waiting for the Chimera to come in to help against these Toxotes. You got to Alt X as soon as you see the Chimera, but he's not doing it. He's going to be attempting to fight this one. Chimera's going, oh, nice movement there from the Toxotes, but Matreiuss not paying attention. He does hit a lot of these villagers here. Apollo coming through. Champion Toxotes coming through for Matreiuss now. 9.1 damage per second versus 7.8 and 78 HP. So these Toxotes for Matreiuss do amazing amounts of damage. Another Chimera coming in now for Matreiuss, but we do have Jason and Odysseus. I imagine we're going to see a Heracles fairly soon. Is Kimo going to the Mythic Age? No, he does not have the resources. Meanwhile, we've got Petropolis spamming onto this town center with the walls, with the archer range. We see the underworld passage from Kimo from one side of the map to the other, so he's desperately trying to defend against this multi-pronged attack here from Matreiuss. But Matreiuss has an earthquake. If he wants to, he can earthquake this location here to just guarantee that this town center is his, and then push on the top side of the map if he so chooses. Alternatively, earthquake the top side of the map to kill off this underworld passage is completely fine as well here. And Polyphemus coming over here, ready to pick off myth units and everything else. The town center of Kimo does fall here as the Toxotes helping very much. The earthquake on this location over here takes down the town center, takes down a bunch of buildings here. Does not take down the underworld passage though. The Toxotes here ready to take down everything else. There's only 14 HP left on this military academy, and for some reason, Matreiuss not choosing to snipe it there. And Kimo, in the 22nd minute mark of this game, does tap out. GG, well played by Matreiuss, able to abuse the fact that Kimo was not defending well, and he got so much value out of those early Toxotes, was able to spam the ages very, very fast, so much faster than Kimo, which is surprising because Kimo had all of this fish economy. He has Persine, he's got it all. But Kimo was just not able to keep up on the tech here and not able to keep up with Matreiuss's efficient trading. If we check the post game out, you can see the military units killed looks even, but this is not taking into account all of the losses that Matreiuss had on water, which means that on land, Matreiuss had so many more units killed here. You can see the units lost 192 for Kimo as well. So that's like an extra 9 trireme that were deleted or something like that for Kimo. And just the technology jumping. If we check out the all resource total, Matreiuss, even though he lost the water, even though Kimo had the second town center in the game, Matreiuss just in front the entire way in this game, just because of that centaur kill. If we check out the civilian units, Matreiuss in front for so long here, 32 to 37, and he's still in front. He's still in front. The only point in which Kimo was in front was after water was won at the 13-minute mark. So GG. Well played by Matreiuss here, taking this first game. If you enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.